Face ID lang. Worth it ba talaga? Safe ba? Pwede ba sa video? Pwede ba sa Maya? At bakit sobrang excited ng mga iPhone users dito sa Philippines? Let's talk about everything you need to know about Apple Pay here in the Philippines. What's up guys? If you're new here, I'm Kate. I'm a Gen Z accountant who loves making finance simple for every Filipino. And today, finally, Apple Pay is officially here sa Philippines. Pero ang daming tanong, safe ba? May fees ba? Anong pinagkaiba nito sa GCash? Worth it ba siya gamitin? At paano mo siya mama-maximize? So in this video, I'll answer the biggest question everyone is asking. What exactly is Apple? Think of it as digital version ng wallet or cards mo. So instead of carrying physical cards or cash, nasa iPhone mo na mismo yung cards. You simply tap on your iPhone or Apple Watch, that's it, done. Keep in mind as well that Apple Pay doesn't store your money. Your money still stays in your bank account. So, how does Apple Pay work? For Apple Pay, you simply double-click the side button, Face ID, or tap. Then done. So, instead of swiping your card, instead of inserting your card, or typing your PIN, you just use your Face ID, then done. Is Apple Pay safe? Actually, mas safe pa siya kesa sa physical cards mo. Why? Because when you tap using your Apple Pay, the merchant never uses your actual card number. Instead, Apple creates a unique encrypted payment code for every transaction. So kahit mahack ang store, your real card details aren't exposed. On top of that, every payment needs Face ID as well, so and yung Touch ID or your passcode. So kung mawala man ang phone mo, hindi rin basta-basta magagamit ng ibang tao since pwede mo iset ang lost mode or erase data remotely. So yup, I can definitely say Apple Pay is safe. And as an accountant, I actually like this feature because card fraud is real nowadays, yung mga nababalitaan natin dyan. So, the less often your actual card details are exposed, the lower your risk. So, where can you use Apple Pay? Good news! If a store accepts contactless card payments, there's a good chance Apple Pay will work too. That includes many supermarkets, coffee shops, restaurants, mga SM groceries, Robinsons, convenience stores, 7-Eleven, mga malls. And even just some apps and websites like Shopee, Lazada. So if they accept cards, high possibility they also accept Apple Pay. When you enter a store, just look for the contactless payment symbol. Pero, hindi ibig sabihin na may iPhone ka, pwede mo na gamitin ng Apple Pay. Because the next thing you need is a supported card. So, what banks work? As of today, these are the supported banks. So, China Bank for their Visa credit and debit cards, MasterCard credit cards, GoTime Bank as well for their Visa debit and credit cards, Metro Bank as well for their Visa credit cards, MasterCard credit and debit cards. Union Bank rin for their Visa and MasterCard credit and debit cards. And don't worry if your bank isn't here yet. More banks are expected to join over time since bago pa lang yung Apple Pay here. Okay. Can you use GCash or Maya with Apple Pay? Or pwede po ba ang GCash or Maya sa Apple Pay? That depends. Apple Pay doesn't connect directly to GCash or Maya wallet. Instead, it works with supported debit and credit cards. So kung may debit or credit card ka from a supported bank like GoTime, pwede mo siyang i-add sa Apple Wallet. Pero kung GCash wallet lang ang meron ka, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-add sa Apple Pay. Same goes to Maya wallet. Apple Pay is for cards and not wallet balances. Okay? So if Apple Pay isn't replacing GCash or Maya, ano ba talaga ang difference nila? Maraming taong nagko-compare sa tatlo na yun. Pero honestly, hindi sila direct competitors. They serve different purposes, sabi nga nila. So, GCash is an e-wallet. You can send money, pay bills, buy load, scan QR, at mag-cash in. Maya is both an e-wallet and a digital bank. Pwede kang mag-save ng pera mo, mag-time deposit, mag-invest, at bumili ng mga stocks, at magbayad ng bills. Apple Pay on the other hand, hindi siya wallet. Hindi rin bank. It's simply a faster and more secure way to use your existing debit or credit cards. My take if someone asks me, Apple Pay or GCash? For me, mali yung tanong. Because I actually use them for different things. GCash for transfers, bills, and QR payments. Apple Pay naman, I use it when I'm paying with my debit or credit cards. So they can actually complement each other. But here's something a lot of people don't realize that I noticed. Apple Pay can actually help you earn more rewards if you're using the right card. So if you ask me, ano ba ang difference ng Apple Pay, Google Pay, at Samsung Pay? So Apple Pay is officially available and is gradually rolling out support through participating Philippine banks, while Google Pay is also available here in the Philippines, but Tap to Pay only works if your Android phone has NFC and your card or payment method is supported. So here are the Google Pay approved cards that are supported. As for Samsung Pay or wallet naman, it's available on compatible Samsung phones, but its tap-to-pay credit and debit card features are still not officially supported here in the Philippines for local bank cards. So honestly, I wouldn't choose my phone based on the wallet app because they all do the same function naman. They let you tap your phone instead of using physical card. The bigger question is, which debit or credit card are you connecting? Because that's what determines your cashback, rewards, or overall value. Hindi naman yung Apple Pay, since Apple Pay is just an app na you use to tap para mag-succeed yung purchase mo. So do you still earn cashback or rewards when you are using Apple Pay? Yes. And this is one of my favorite things about Apple Pay. Let's say, your credit card normally earns 1% cashback on dining. If you use the same card through Apple Pay, you still earn that cashback, okay? Same with rewards, mga miles, and yung mga bonuses at cashbacks ng cards mo. So Apple Pay doesn't remove your card benefits. It simply changes how you pay, you just tap. So it just makes your life easier. So here's my first tip. Don't just add any card. Add the card that gives you the best rewards. If one card gives you better cashback for groceries, use that. If another gives better cashback for dining rewards, use that instead. Apple Pay is very convenient, but the real goal here is maximizing every peso you spend. So pera mo pa din yung ginagamit sa pag-spend mo. Yung Apple Pay lang is for you to make your purchases more convenient at mas easy since itatap mo lang siya. Speaking of spending, there is one downside of Apple Pay that nobody talks about. Because paying becomes so easy, you might actually spend more without realizing it. Think about it. Wala kang dalang cash. Wala kang dalang wallet. Wala kang dalang PIN. Just your Apple Pay. You just tap. That's one of the disadvantages, I think, because hindi mo namamalayan yung mga expenses mo. Pagdating ng statement mo, bigla ka na lang nagulat na, oh my gosh, ito na pala yung ginastos ko that day, di ba? So, keep in mind as well your expenses na only spend what you can pay. Okay? And as an accountant, I always remind people, Apple Pay doesn't save you money. Your spending habits do. Whether you pay using cash, GCash, Maya, or Apple Pay, the important thing is spending within your budget. You must take that in mind, guys. Para sabay-sabay tayong yumaman, okay? Now, let's answer another question. Does Apple Pay charge any fees? Good news. Apple Pay doesn't charge you any extra fees for using it. If you're paying with your debit card, it's treated like a normal card purchase. If you're using a credit card, the same rules apply. So, Apple Pay itself isn't adding another fee for using it. Aside sa safe ito, no extra Apple fee, convenient. Paano mo siya ma-maximize, diba? How do you actually maximize Apple Pay? If I were setting up Apple Pay today, since kakaset up ko lang din siya, my tip is, I'd set my best cashback or rewards card as my default card payment. Because if I'm already spending my money, I might as well earn something back, diba? So, meron dyan yung mga cards from Union Bank as well, na may mga cashback sila, mga 1% cashback sa mga if kumain ka sa isang place. So, for example, yung sa GoTime, di ba, I shared sa second video ko na may mga points if you spend using your GoTime. And also, sa Union Bank, they also offer cashbacks and yung mga miles. So, maximize mo yan. So, what I can say is, spend wisely. Use your credit card's perks. So, maximize niyo yung benefits ng cards niyo, guys. The second tip is, you should keep a backup card instead of Apple Wallet. So, just in case one card has maintenance or gets declined, may another backup card ka pa na pwede mong magamit. Okay? Third tip is, I'd still track my spending. Apple Pay, yeah, makes your life easier, but it doesn't replace budgeting. Yung mga ini-spend mo, mga sinaswipe mo, mga tinatap mo, you should be aware na kaya mo siyang bayaran. Sabi nga nila, yung itatap mo, dapat kaya mo siyang bayaran 2 times. Okay? Huwag ka ng tap. But be mindful of your expenses, okay? And lastly, I wouldn't use Apple Pay just because it's cool. I'd use it because it's faster, more secure, and more convenient than pulling out all my physical cards or my physical cash every time. So, is Apple Pay worth using? Yes. Especially if you already have an iPhone, you already have debit or credit cards, and your bank supports Apple Pay, why not? It's faster, it's more secure. And if you choose the right card, you can still enjoy your cashback, rewards, or miles. But remember, Apple Pay is just a payment method. It won't improve your finances by itself. So the smartest financial tool will always be ikaw.
So this is how to set up your Apple Wallet. Punta ka lang sa App Store, tapos search mo yung Apple Pay or Apple Wallet, tapos pinutin mo yung install, tapos click mo open, tapos pinutin mo yung small circle na sa right banda. Tapos, pili ka between previous cards or debit or credit cards. Sa akin, bago pa lang kaya debit or credit card ang pinili ko. Tapos yung card mo, i-hold mo lang siya malapit sa camera ng phone mo. Tapos wait mo lang siya ma-add. Ayan. Sometimes it takes time. So, ayun, card added. Next is card verification. So, ang pipiliin mo lang dyan, either tatawagan mo yung Union Bank or makaka-receive ka ng OTP galing sa kanila. So, ang ginawa ko dyan, OTP na lang since mas easier. And this is how you'll know na naka-add na yung card mo.
Have you tried Apple Pay yet? Or are you still Team GCash or Maya? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Kate, your Gen Z accountant. And every week we talk about personal finance, saving, budgeting, investing, taxes, and building wealth without making money complicated.